Is a person behind a computer making your life difficult?
Traumatic, I think it doesn't really scratch the surface, truly.
If there are medications out there that would help me get my independence back, then I should be able to have access to those.
Representative Carter, I got to, first of all, help us lay out the role that these pharmacy benefits managers, PBMs, play in all of this.
Well, what they are is middlemen. They're the middleman between the patient and between the drug companies. And they go to the drug companies and they get a bid from the drug companies and get a discount from the drug companies, but they don't pass it on to the patient. So whereas they may have paid $5 for the prescription, they're going to charge the patient $10 for the prescription. And that's called spread pricing. And these discounts, if they were passed on to the patient, then I'm okay with that, but they're not passed on. And if they were bringing some kind of value to the healthcare system, I'd be okay with that, but they're not bringing value. All they're doing is raising the price for the consumer, for the patient. They are the middleman, and they're owned by the insurance company. The vertical integration that exists where the insurance company owns the PBM, that owns the group purchasing organization, that owns the pharmacy, and many times owns the doctor.
Wow. Each level of that adds additional costs, and by the time we go and get our prescription filled, it's mind-boggling. And so let's discuss then your bipartisan drug act.
It is bipartisan, and thank you for mentioning that. I practiced pharmacy for over 40 years. I never went to the counter and asked someone if they were Republican or Democrat, and it doesn't matter, and that's why it should be bipartisan, because it impacts all of us. And what we're doing here, we're trying to rein in these PBMs to bring about more transparency and more competition. 3 companies control 80% of the market. That's not competition. That we need more competition, and we need transparency. And that's what my PBM Accountability Act will do, is bring about transparency so that plan sponsors and companies can see the discounts that these PBMs are getting, and they will want to insist that they share those and that they get those discounts.
What other actions are you contemplating? Is it too early? Because you're a very dynamic representative down there. You're trying to get a lot done, and I tip my hat to you. So what's next?
Well, what's next? We also, with the spread pricing that I mentioned, that's also what we've tried to do. With the Drug Price Transparency and Medicaid Act, is to do away with the spread pricing. If you pay $5 for it, charge $5 for it. Don't mark it up and then don't pass along the discount. We're also trying to make sure that we have the HELPS copay. A lot of these companies, they will not honor copays. That doctors sometimes will give you a card that will give you $100 off of your prescription so that you can get started on the medication. Yet that won't go toward your deductible. So what's happening? The PBMs are putting it in their pocket. They're taking that $100. You're not getting the benefit of it.
Nuts. You're also, let me change gears just a little bit here. You're also on the Energy and Commerce Committee. Many believe that area, that's going to be central for really getting the economic transition that the Trump administration has on the drawing board. So what are the key issues that you want to make sure that you get done to make sure that they can reach their goals?
Well, obviously, the incoming administration has made it clear that they're going to unleash American energy, and that needs to be done. We need to have energy dominance. We have the right resources here in our country. We just need to take advantage of them. Let's face it, the Biden and Harris administration, they declared war on fossil fuels day one, resulting in higher gas prices, resulting in higher inflation, resulting in higher grocery prices. This administration, this incoming administration, has made it clear that they are going to unleash American energy, that we're going to utilize all the resources we have available to us. That will help bring down inflation. Also on the Energy and Commerce Committee, we're going to continue to work on health care. Health care is one of the fastest growing items in our budget right now because of an aging population. So we need to make sure that we're reining in these health care costs by having more transparency and more competition.
Congressman Carter, you are doing a lot of work down there. I just want to tip my hat to you again and say thank you very much. We'll check in on you in a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you.